Hey guys, my name's Damien Keys and today we are going to be talking about building your YouTube. Now, I don't know if you know me, but I am all in on YouTube. I am such a massive fan and it baffles me that so many bands will play the game on Instagram, play the game on Facebook and are ignoring YouTube when YouTube has so many amazing opportunities for musicians and bands to promote themselves. I know so many people within the music industry that go straight to YouTube when they're looking for a band. Promoters, festival promoters all of the time, managers, A&R, straight to YouTube once they've heard about a band. So why are you not utilizing YouTube better? Well, that's what we're going to cover today in my top 10 tips to build your band's YouTube channel. Tip number one, the banner. Now this is all about setting yourself up for success. When you go onto someone's YouTube and they've got a banner, not only is that a way to tell people who you are, but there's another thing, which is accountability. It's saying to your audience, this is who we are, this is what to expect from us, and that includes how often you're going to post. So what a lot of bands do is they'll have a YouTube, if they make a video, they'll push it on, months will go past and they won't make another video. Whereas if on their banner, they say new videos every week or new videos every other week or even new videos every Thursday, they're bringing the accountability to their audience, meaning that the audience will want to come back. They will want to subscribe because they know what their job is. Their job is to subscribe because you're going to be putting out more content. So your banner is not just about your band's name and your band's story, it's also about the accountability to your audience. Now, tip number one leads me on to tip number two. How often should you post? Well, you need consistency and your audience wants to be looked after and it doesn't want to be ignored. So it kind of comes into a little bit of this quality versus quantity debate, but in my opinion, more is still more. You still want to be shooting enough content to look after your audience. So I feel you should be aiming for one quality piece of content every single week. And whether that is a live performance, a music video, a question and answer, or a vlog, it's completely up to you. But this is your TV channel. You get to say what goes on it, but you probably should also say when it goes on it. Tip number three, what is it that you should be posting? Now, this is a really tricky one for bands because bands traditionally are used to putting out music videos, potentially performances, and that's very difficult to do on a weekly basis. But the way it works is very, very simple. What most bands do is they say, when I've got something to post about, I will post, i.e. once I've got a new single, I'll make a music video. The problem is too much time goes by before these things happen. So I want you to reverse it, which is I need to put out a piece of content this week. So what's the big thing that I will be doing so that I can post about it? Now, when it comes to what exactly you should be posting, it could be as simple as a Q&A. You could go and get a friend to interview you about your new album, your new single, or a tour, or just about the band in general. This is about creativity. What you could also do is you could do a vlog or a show or a performance. There are many things that you could make content about, and I think most bands know this and they're overcomplicating it and making it more tricky than it needs to be. This is, again, goes back to the accountability. If you are struggling for something, I would get the band together and perform a track. Or, as simple as this is, an update, a weekly update. This is what we've been doing this week. I just wanted to let you know, and maybe a little bit of extras where you can bring that legacy to say to people, also, happy birthday to this person, or we bumped into this person at a gig and I just wanted to say thanks for coming down, or mention other bands. There's always creative things that you can do. So don't overcomplicate it, but make sure that you're posting valuable content to your audience once a week. Tip number four, how you post is very important. So if you want searchability, for example, with your band, metal band in Brighton, if you want that searchability, it's more than just a title. It needs to be in the description and in the meta tags, which is kind of like YouTube's hashtags. All of this goes together so that YouTube knows exactly who to push this to. For example, if YouTube knows that you are a metal band and that you live in Sweden, then effectively it will be starting to think about all of the people on YouTube who would like to see a metal band that's based in Sweden. It will do the maths on its algorithm and start to push it. What your job is to do is to tell YouTube exactly what the video is so it knows how to match the two together. So the tip for this is making sure that you're utilizing the description, the tags, in order to tell YouTube what this is. Tip number 5 is about how you can get your first 100 subscribers, potentially even in the first 24 hours. Now, the reason why this is important is because if you get your first 100 subscribers, you can claim your personalized URL, which means I can have youtube.com/Damian Keys instead of youtube.com/XXF30RRRRR, which nobody is going to find ever. So the way to do this is very, very simple. You need to ask everybody. I did a challenge recently where we got 350 new subscribers in one day purely by a band getting on their phone and messaging people and saying, hey, this is really important. I need you to subscribe to my channel. Now, some of these might not be fans, but they'll still be interested in you and what you're doing. But what it does is it allows that momentum. It gets you past that 100 and it shows people that you're taking YouTube seriously. Tip number 6, your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are now the shop window. As you're walking past a shop, you need to look in and see something and think, I'm interested. And that is what the thumbnail does. I really dislike it when bands upload to YouTube and then just don't think about a thumbnail. Usually they just go, it's a still from the video, and they leave it. It doesn't invite the intrigue or mystery of what's the video that I'm going to get. So the way to do this is by giving people a reason to want to click your video. And you can make really good thumbnails on a phone app like Canva. Very, very simple, but it will take your videos to the next level. And if you're thinking about people's consumption, scrolling through YouTube, going, which video should I watch? And they see your thumbnail and they think, what's this? They're much more likely to click it. Tip number 7, the importance of the title. Now, if your thumbnail is the shop window, then your title is the offer. It's the sale. It's the reason why you're going to come in. You've taken interested in the shop because of the shop window, but this is the hard-hitting offer that makes you go, wow, I need to go into this shop. So effectively, the title needs to be either very, very searchable or potentially have some kind of dramatic, I don't want to say clickbait, but it wants to have some kind of dramatic effect that makes people think, that sounds interesting, I want to click that. In YouTube terms, clickbait's kind of a dirty word because people have taken it to extremes, but there's nothing wrong with making a title which is interesting. If you think about it, we do that as songwriters all of the time. If someone writes a song and it's called I Love You, you go, oh, okay, well, I know what it's about. Whereas if someone writes a title, like for example, Bullet in the Head, you think, I want to hear that. I want to hear what that song sounds like because it's giving you that intrigue. YouTube titles are exactly the same. Tip number 8, I love this one. The comment section is your party. When the party starts and everyone's coming in, where are they going to be? They're going to be in the comments. Your job as the host is to look after these people properly. Not open the door, let them in and go on and have a blast. Your job is to be there looking after them, supplying them with the food and the drinks and conversation and introducing people. That is your job in YouTube as well. Someone writes a comment, your job is to get straight in there and start that conversation because that person, after 2 or 3 engagements with you, is much more likely to subscribe and come with you on your journey wanting to watch the next video and the next video and probably start sharing content and even telling their friends about you. Now, I know with my YouTube channel, if I get involved in the comments every day, which could take me 2 or 3 hours, which I know is a long time, but I noticed that I could get the difference between 100 subscribers a day and 600 to 700 subscribers in a day because YouTube is seeing the algorithm shift, more comments, more engagement. comments. It's thinking, I need to show this to more people, and those people are then seeing my content and then they're subscribing. I honestly cannot tell you how fast you can grow your YouTube if you look after people the right way in those comments. Tip number 9, collaborations are your investment money. Collaborations are an amazing way not only to get seen by other audiences, but also to trade. You get to trade your audience for their audience. And this is probably the fastest way of growing. And yes, you're probably not going to be on the next Casey Neistat video if he ever makes one ever again. But what you might be able to do is find bands or music lovers in your community and start to trade your attention and their attention. And don't forget, your audience, when you start hitting 100, 150 subscribers on YouTube, which isn't massive, it means you have worth, you have value to be able to bring to another YouTuber who also has a couple of hundred subscribers. And if you can do that on a kind of weekly/monthly basis, I promise you, your YouTube will really grow. Number 10, and lastly, but certainly not leastly, if that is actually a word, I don't know, I just made it up, is cross promotion. I am so surprised at how many bands make content which goes on their YouTube and they don't tell the world on their Instagram, on their Facebook, on their TikTok, on their Snapchat, on their LinkedIn, on their Twitter pages, on their website. Why would you not give that piece of content on YouTube the best chance it can get by making an Instagram story or featuring it in your Instagram feed? Okay, maybe you can't put a link to it directly on your Instagram feed, but that doesn't matter. People are going to be listening, they're going to be watching, they're going to see it, and they're much more likely to go to your YouTube, watch the video and think, I will subscribe or I will come back tomorrow. So cross-pollination of your socials, especially for YouTube, is absolutely crucial. And you know what? That also goes for the link in the descriptions. It also goes for your banners on Twitter or on Facebook. And it also goes for your email signature. All of these are just ways to push people to your YouTube account in order to get as many eyes on the prize and as many subscribers as possible. So that's my top 10 tips on growing on YouTube. I am a huge advocate of bands being on YouTube. So I want you to answer me one question. How seriously are you taking your YouTube game? Because I really think it will help you. If you get stuck, then stick some comments down below and I will help out, as will all the guys at WaterBear. So thanks for having me. Big thanks to WaterBear for having me. I'm a massive fan of what the guys are doing here, and I just love hanging around here on a kind of day-to-day basis and just being a part of the action. So thanks for watching. If you can like, subscribe, be in the comments, and I'll see you again soon.